What's happening, guys? Fallen from OTB here, coming at you with a CWL video of the week. Despite those few red check marks here, I think we had an amazing week compared to what we were up against. We had some great clans that we faced. Our defenses actually did very well, and I'm here to share what is working on the offensive with us. We will start with, we got a lot of attacks, by the way, so I'm going to see if I can somehow get through these without a catastrophe. I just made a video that was like 15 minutes long, and then babies were freaking out, so I had to do it anyways. Here we have Ziga coming in. We've seen this base multiple times now. This is all over YouTube at this point. Very popular base. We're starting to see it every war. In fact, I think Ziga might have used it every war, hit this base before. Unfortunately, when we start with a Warden Walk, we tend to lose that owl quite a few times. But here we see these troops that are now working the bottom, setting up that wonderful pathing that we need here for that jump to come up. So as soon as that air defense is dead, that's when the P.E.K.K.A.s start to move in. Pathing is set. P.E.K.K.A.s are super thick. Moving in here with the Yetis, so this is going to be your typical smash strat these days. Queen is doing a great job around the outside. We've got a few of those golems in, so things are going to get a little bit frozen here, but the town hall does not pop yet, so that's wonderful news to see. Now, once everything goes in here very, very quickly, it is great to get in early, to use that ability from the Warden, and to be under a rage so those troops can get the hell out of there in time before a real problem can exist, because I have seen P.E.K.K.A.s die under that Town Hall freeze constantly. So all those troops are pushing in through the core here. Queen and Royal Champ working their way around the left side of the base, which is great, because they can handle those point defenses and things like that pretty well. Grand Warden is going to go down here, leaving the Queen by herself, but look at those P.E.K.K.A.s still pushing forward, and what is left of that whole force up there has a lot of health. So that's the goal. You're going to notice about halfway through your attack, 60% in, those healers are going to go away on you, and then you're going to be relying on, the health and hit points of whatever troops you have left. So if you're hitting a multi-inferno, you got to be prepared for, P.E.K.K.A.s to be there to tank it. Spam strats don't necessarily work against all maxed multi-inferno towers, but when you have such high HP, things that hit so hard, those P.E.K.K.A.s hit like a truck, and they do such a great job absorbing most of that damage that comes in. It does rely a little bit on the healers to get around and follow everyone, kind of stick with them, through the Town Hall phase of the attack. However, that's a fantastic hit. Great job. Number 8, going down. Okay, so Tam has the attack that I call the signature attack. He has done this on every single base for I don't know how long, and he just smashes everything he comes along with. So here is proof that, first of all, Queen Walks are still very, very strong. They can get a lot of value done. We're not dealing with max defenses. We got that maxed Eagle, which I have a great feeling is why we're here to try and deal with that Eagle early. So he breaks in at the perfect spot right there, takes out any defensive... he's got the Clan Castle. He had to pop the Queen ability early, but that's okay. He's got a plan for everything. He's got that poison down. Those troops are going to die. He's going to be able to push in and get that Eagle and those Expos, and then he's going to kind of play it by ear based on where to funnel those troops in. You will see here on the top left that those troops are going to be able to funnel very nicely along the outside wall, as Queen has chosen to go that direction. So he's going to break those wall breakers going further into the base. As I had commented on the previous video that I deleted, there's no way I could get this far with a Queen Walk. I literally couldn't. I don't even think I could cheat to get that far. So it's absolutely obnoxious how he manages to do this. So we have those troops that are just able to walk along the outside there. Keep in mind, there's really no room for any traps that he's going to come up along with. So he's going to be able to start that kind of choke point there at the bottom. Comes in with that signature 3 healers that he can have to move with the main group. Those healers are going to be able to keep anything alive under Inferno Towers, splash defenses, things like that. Scatters get a little bit sketchy, but he's got the Wall Wrecker, which is so underused I think he did a fantastic job keeping this wall wrecker as part of his strategy. I think he was trying to get the town hall there on that freeze too. Might have missed it, but we did get that scattered, frozen up. So that's great. Queen takes out the middle inferno, and then he uses that warden ability there to make sure that his troops are able to go and take care of that town hall right there. We are going to lose a few of those troops down there. That's okay because, he's very expendable. He's got so much up right now that a full health queen with some healers alive is still doing some major work to get whatever leftover defenses are available. And then as he pushes with that Grand Warden, I think that, or the Royal Champ, he pushes along the outside. I think that's brilliant there too. Taking out everything, all those splash defenses that maybe bowlers wouldn't be able to survive. He does a wonderful job in killing this base. This is how Queen Walks can still be useful. I mean, even if a Queen doesn't get that far, that attack is still going to work. Even pushing along the outside with that eagle, as long as the eagle's down, things are great. So that was a fantastic hit. We're going to go to number 2 and make number 2 work here. Oh, there's so many attacks. Okay, number 3. Look at this Neo hit. Oh, once again, a Neo signature. So I chose this base once again, not max, but we're going to be able to see how number 14 hits a number 3 with this Queen Walk. So this whole attack, the Queen is dealing with the top portion of the base, the whole attack. So granted, it might not be all of the meat and potatoes of the defenses available, but it's such a struggle to have a normal attack come and try and take out both the top and the bottom. It's weird. They don't like to deal with the walls. Troops act very, very weird and annoying trying to get through here. So he's going to do it all with the Queen somehow. This guy is insane with this attack. So he's going to be able to take out the heroes here first. There really is a Queen that's left down there, but other than that, he's got some archers just chipping away on the excess buildings down there. Easy kill on the eagle, and working his way here toward whatever traps and whatever the Inferno Tower is going to be able to attempt to do. Again, Queen is able to manage an Inferno Tower any day. Plus, all those point defenses get a little bit freaky sometimes. So we did have to use that Warden ability. We are going to start the wall wrecker here, coming along the outside. I find this to be funny because here we have a wall wrecker that's literally pushing across the whole base. Well, the Queen is fully raged in the core. We have got wall breakers in there moving so far and so effectively and so efficiently that it's really hard to stop them. Queen just does her thing as all the main troops are moving in there, doing everything that they do. And here we punched a hole. We have a little bit of a tornado trap right there around the CC. Not a problem, just a few troops are busy. And the horde of extra troops are there to take out all these key defenses with the jump over where the town hall was. Everything's able to move, and look at all those bowlers bottom, while Queen is still killing everything top. There is just, like, it looks easy. The defenses don't know what to shoot at. There's a P.E.K.K.A in there just smacking away the main defenses. I mean, this is huge. This is such a really effective attack. It would work against max defenses as well. Granted, you got to be a little careful because those defenses are ruthless when you're talking about maxed 14s. But this is just easy. He makes it look so good. Also, really tough to practice. It really does take practice, but there are people out there like Crush who are practicing this attack and seeing a lot of luck with it. I've seen Zab do some things similar. Drum, yeah, these guys are very good at this type of thing. So, another Ziga hit. Here's an example of it's a pretty cool attack. He's done so well with these air attacks. I want to see him keep using it because of how effective it is. So here I think it's kind of funny. So we start out with the heroes along the side. There's a lot of chunky buildings that you got to get through. And quite honestly, these heroes don't make it as far as I would ever want them to. So I wouldn't want to count on getting this far and still having so many scary things to kill on the bottom there. So as we see here, we get one of those scatters down, we get the Queen down, and then things kind of fizzle out for those 2 heroes. That's fine. 9% for 2 heroes. You think it sounds on paper looks kind of rough. However, with a little bit of funneling, we get all of those air defenses dealt with early and all those traps bottom. And then we get it backed up with the extra HP bonus there of the Grand Warden. And then using that ability to make sure the Town Hall is taken out without a problem. I think here's when you start talking about an awesome experience to use these back end bats. I think using the bats is the key to any base where you're talking about limited splash defenses. It doesn't matter how far your dragons get, honestly. If you can get to that middle mark, that's really all that is necessary to take out those couple inferno or those wizard towers there in the middle. Once you get that far, we got those, we're freezing up all of those splash defenses. Single target Inferno is going to be able to get just pummeled on very easily. The only thing to watch out at this point is for eagles that we quite often see eagles for some reason locking onto bats. And then all those dragons are still left over while the bats are in there, basically killing anything. We have an extra freeze at this point that we're just going to take out right there. And this is a wonderful attack. Still a lot of dragons left alive. 6 dragons up. That's really cool. Fun attack. Easy to do. But you have to be patient. That's the toughest thing for people. Okay. I think that's it for 2. Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm already my throat's getting parched. Just trying to move quick, Oh my goodness. Who did this one? Oh, yep. Yep. It was me, folks. And my only... So, I never do Queen Walks anymore, and I usually never use dragons anymore, so I thought the fact that I was able to kill his base was pretty easy. So, and I never use E-Drags to funnel. So, this is just a fully, uncomfortable attack. I figure if I can get this part of the box taken care of, the queen will be able to push a little bit easier into kill that town hall, see how far we can get in the middle. The goal was really to get to that Inferno Tower and deal with the CC, and I would be happy with that, honestly. I could not ask for better. So we were able to do that. We got in here under a rage. I was willing to sacrifice a couple rages, actually 3 to be exact, for the queen, just to make sure that we killed this town hall. Didn't want to be under duress too early here with queen, because I tend to lose my queens these days on any attempted queen walks. If she doesn't go the wrong way, she dies early, right? So here's where we hit a lot of damage. Once again, we're pulling the CC out. We want to make sure and get that poison on there. Everything dies super easy under poison, so that was, to be honest, it's kind of easy to get to that clan castle with the walk. As queen is pushing forward, we have access then to all those big happy buildings. So meanwhile down here, as queen's doing her job, my goal was to get king, push him in to be able to go and kill that air puffer that's going this way, because we're going to have those dragons coming down there. So trying to multitask a little bit here. We get that bad boy in. That's going to be a dragon with loons. And then we start that just in time. I realized my dragons were getting ahead a little bit, so I want to hurry up and pop that king ability right about now. And then we push those everything forward. The king is tanking a couple things. The queen literally doesn't have any healers left, but she was able to take out everything. And then as all those dragons pushed top, I figured one rage was enough to take care of that whole section. The rest is just a single inferno, and I thought I could sneak some. I thought I was so great, and then here, this happens, and my loons just get completely demolished. So much for that top section. I'm really glad I didn't make that my plan, because I was originally just going to send loons top and bottom like that, and they would have gotten just smashed. Anyways, with just 2 defenses left, there's nothing here that's causing a problem. There's all of the dragons are alive, and all of the heroes are alive. This is just not even me doing that attack. It's like I cheated. Holy shit. We got to keep going here. Number 10. No. What did I do? What did I do? I had Thor in there. But I put him in for the wrong war, apparently. Thor, where'd you go? Yeah, I just went to the wrong one. Whoops. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. So here's a cool thing Thor was teaching me. I see this base around a little bit. This is why I wanted to show this attack. It was a little bit of a close one here at the end. So this is, I can't speak for Thor's brain, but he gets so many triples, it's like painful. And what he's super good at is being able to tell the difference between using Yetis, using mass witches. We've decided if we can open up the whole base with, 2 sets of Quakes, which he usually doesn't really do too much, doing it more often nowadays than before, this is where you can use a combination of Yetis with Witches. So, Witches to overwhelm, Yetis basically are dealing with, as we see the Yetis moving along, they're dealing with those inside defenses as they're dying. So it's actually pretty smart. At this point, things are moving really slow. A lot of people don't have patience to deal with this. So the town hall was taken almost entirely out by the log roller, which is the smartest thing you can try and do. And meanwhile, these Yetis are getting picks on outside defenses just by dying. So, in a way, they're helping to take out, they're helping the funnel, they're helping to take out these extra buildings. So things do fizzle out on the outsides a bit, but we have our main crew that's been moving just slowly the whole time, very slowly and effectively, have been moving along, picking off these defenses, and here we go. 90%, and just a couple of those defenses left. Not a major... there aren't a lot of troops left. I mean, it did get down there a little bit, but bases like this are tough, and people don't know how to hit them, and things are so open and, segmented that it's kind of hard to be able to get in there. So this is where he does such a great job. War number 4. Holy crap, my throat. This is a big one, boys. Okay. Number 4. We're just going to start to show one attack, I think, on each of these. Number 6. Is that the TAM? Yeah. Yep. So I don't mean to keep showing it, you guys, but when we see these bases coming up, this being one of the more popular designs, these box bases, people don't know how to hit them. It's a struggle to get to be comfortable using them. Look no further. We have TAM here to show us exactly how to hit these bases, slowly but surely. Again, my queen would be walking around the outside. I don't understand how he does this, but had to use the ability. So an early ability, and he had to chase that stupid skeleton around the outside, and then still comes back, as if nothing ever happened. So we had so much damage coming in, we had to use a freeze, I believe, on the scatter here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so that's a lot of damage, so we have to clear up those defenses a little bit here. He sends an extra healer. Another very, very smart idea. Even when you're at your limit of healers, I mean, this is just kind of put him over the edge to assure he was going to get this whole area taken care of. And here we have the issue of the minion that's never going to be able to kill that building on the far side there. And here we started the Witches, the King. This is where he loves to drag them kind of across the side of the base. We're going to need a plan for the bottom there to make sure that things move forward. However, he knows what he's doing. He's done it before. And he's kind of a king at getting these troops magically funneled in. So still, you're going to see a little flow of troops go around the outside. That's okay, and that's literally meant to be like that. He's got everything raged in there, so things are able to move together at the same time. Queen is getting low health here, but we've got all the CC troops are out. Very well placed poison. And here we still have the wall wrecker pushing up the side, and we're going to get that jump to make sure everything moves from the outside into core, and things that are core are able to continue to move forward at the same time, and then leading into that next corridor where the damage is going to happen. So perfect freeze across the CC there, or across the town hall. A lot of troops are going to go down here. Look at what can happen. I mean, that is a graveyard of troops right there. And still we've got the Warden ability, or the Royal Champ ability that we're going to be able to use on those final standing defenses. And then enough troops and still way enough healers to take care of everything here. I mean, you can tell already that with that ability right there, that is taking out so much. There's so much damage going in there. And that base is dead. That is yet another dead base. Another great example of how to hit those box style bases too. So very nice. We're going to go to, we're just on War 5. Okay. War 5. We're going to number 12. Yes, iDrum. Drum Junior, Drum Mini, another square style base. How are we going to hit these? Well, Spam Strat also works. So here, I picked this one because it's kind of cool to see getting value from Zap. However, I believe, I don't know if this was supposed to happen, but I think there's one Zap missed or something like that. And so and then we're dealing with being a couple zaps short of killing that bottom scatter. So that's okay. It's all about rerouting that. So we got our Super Giant started here, killing those obvious defenses on the outside. Spread out very nicely with those witches. And then, of course, getting that log roller in. Rule of thumb always, log roller only, if you have a plan on killing some defenses. So here, it might have been to soften up that scatter as well. I think that's a brilliant idea because that scatter's dead before it even gets to shoot once. And then that hole is now available. So really, we got our value from the roller right there. I mean, it's worth it to use that to take out those troops. Here we notice things do go toward core and the outside a little bit more. So if there's any advice to give anyone doing this attack, it is make sure you have a plan for killing that town hall. Because witches are not going to do it. And sometimes even a queen ability can't do it when there's distractions that are up by there. So you need some big time things to happen. So having, first of all, the defense from the warden, kind of keeping troops alive is very smart. But you're going to need 1 to 2 heroes for sure. And then notice how, if there's anything to look at, the 2 freezes are probably the most important thing to look at that were left. He did not use them up, so by the time the warden comes over here, we are freezing these defenses and we are making sure that the town hall dies without even chancing troops getting damaged for this. So, and it still was a close one. I mean, that's pretty freaky, to be honest. That's like a lot of damage coming from the town hall, and then with that freeze, we'll kill those witches, or the poison on those witches are literally going to last like 3 to 5 seconds tops, and all those troops are going to die. So with the troops that are left, fortunately, as they are split, as spam strats do a very good job at, not everything is going to die into that town hall, so that's great. Wonderful job by literally everybody so far. There are 2 attacks left. I'm not going to do more. We are going to go to number 6. Who could it be? Who else than the man who had just returned after months of being away, and he comes back with a hybrid attack on a pretty close to max base, on the big defenses, we'll say. Big time. Big hits right here. And advice for people on bases. This base is not considered optimal. We have, I guess it's a little bit of a teaser base. A lot of people do not want to queen charge up in there. I can only imagine the healers will probably die by the time the queen gets super close. But that is I believe we dropped a heal. I don't know if that was the goal. But we got the rage down then right after that. So I was a little confused here. So after we got that, we know now that the town hall is sniped. We're wondering what's going to happen next. How far is the queen going to be able to go, especially with that Grand Warden chipping and sniping away on her? Pulls the CC out. That's good, because now we've used our final poison. So now things do get a little bit more scary. We're going to start this attack immediately. And this is super cool to see, too. He's pushing in the old balloon over the top of this. So this is good. This is going to help add extra damage. And when it pops, it's going to be with the rest of the troops, too. So we're able to use a heal there. and I believe it ends up popping somewhere around here. Yes, indeed. Boom. Hey, we've got hogs now. Okay, so everything's pushing forward. Great place to have the Royal Champ pushing up the middle through those chunky defenses. Things going around the outside pretty decently as well once those hogs take out that icky stuff. There's really nothing to repair. I don't know what the corner is going on over there, but we have the queen who's finally got her ability to be able to be used. She's going to be able to get in there and do some damage. And then also, yeah, I think with that Inferno Tower going down, that's a really good thing. There are so many troops still alive, really, on this attack. We are seeing a lot better defenses now. When they're more maxed, it's hard to have so many troops alive at the end. So you can tell the balance is taking place finally as these defenses are being upgraded. But to have so many troops alive on a base like that is literally, I mean, that's where skill and that's where bad base building, come together right there. So we're going to back out of that, go to the final war, number 7. I am just my throat is struggling. Okay. Here we go. Number 1, right? Number 1. Thor's attack. I was talking about that Yeti strategy. Once again, this is an attack where there are not many troops that are left over, but we see these areas where you can open up the whole base. So we want to be able to open up the front portion, and then we want to be able to open up the middle, so all those troops can get into where they need to be. So there we have our start. Also pay in mind that he's using the log roller, so we're going to make sure we do as much damage to that town hall as possible while sacrificing the least amount of troops possible. So now we've opened up the base entirely except for the very bottom part where, frankly, it doesn't really matter with 4 defenses down there. And then we've got that spread coming across the side. Definitely pay attention to the fact that these troops are not meant to be coming from the opposite side, most attacks. As we watch Thor and the success he has, most of his attacks are from the side of the town hall, kind of coming right at the main part of the town hall, because we want to get that log roller to work, and then we kind of want to keep as many troops as we can away from that poison. It's hard to do, though, honestly. It's really difficult. Just keep in mind when you are using those the Yetis, they are also killing defenses as well. So, and they're also helping to tank. If there's anything that they're good at, their little glob thingies are tanking for you, and it just allows a good lead for troops. So here, you start to think it's fizzling out a little bit, but you've got your heroes still alive. The Queen Healer, or the Unicorn, does a really good job at helping Queen take out some side defenses, here and there. And then for what's left on the Yetis, there isn't much to talk about there. The Yetis just do their work. They're very temporary. You don't expect them to last the whole portion of the base. All we can really hope on an attack like this is that those witches keep them busy long enough, and then whatever damage the Yetis do, typically it's from them dying is where you're getting your main part of the damage from them, and then you are very reliant on your heroes, to at least your queen, to stay alive long enough to be able to take out whatever trash buildings or whatever maybe splash defenses are going to be left. But you got to be able to get access to the whole base, or else nothing matters then. So this has been long enough. We did not get promoted in CWL, but we did really well, to be honest. There's some crazy clans in there that did a great job, and we lost a couple. We want to make sure everyone got their points too at the same time. A little bit of a cluster this week, so we are going to be getting better. I can tell because of what I'm seeing. This has been the most 3 stars we've had in any war, and then also just fantastic job. Yeah, we're doing really good right now, so it's great to see everyone working hard. Anyways, guys, this has been long enough. Holy crap. We'll come at you with some more. See what new strats are coming out. A lot of cool Smash strats right now. La Lune stuff, Queen Walk stuff is harder, but still good. Spam strats are still working. Do not stop them if they are working. It's all about when to use them and how to use them and the angle and this and that. So, all right, thank you everyone for watching. And this is Fallen from OTB signing off.